Hey, how you doing? My name is Matthew Cruz, and I'm here to talk to you today about the most culturally influential conference in college sports today. That conference is the ACC conference, and the most influential side of the conference, I would say, and I'm sure other people in the world would agree, is the basketball. ACC basketball is bar none the top basketball played in the country, with schools like Duke, North Carolina, NC State, Clemson, Virginia. All these schools have been very, very successful in across the sports landscape, but specifically in basketball. The conference started in 1954. The conference started in 1954 with a call from Chuck Taylor because NC State was looking for a coach, and they had lost to North Carolina 15 out of the 16 times that they had last played, and they were tired of being the little brother of the Southern Conference, because at this time they were in the Southern Conference. But in 1957, they had a meeting to succeed from the Southern Conference and form their own conference, thus birthing the Atlantic Coast Conference as we know today. The main catalyst of succession was actually big-time college football. The other schools in the Southern Conference, like Gardner-Webb and other schools of that caliber, Davidson, did not want to involve themselves in big-time college football. So, with that being known, the ACC was formed in a smoke-filled room, and out came the greatest conference that was ever assembled. A very, very influential person in the conference was a man named Everett Case. He was from Anderson, Indiana, and he was a basketball coach. He was a high school basketball coach, and he was also a lieutenant in the Navy. You will see a trend here. I won't say all of, but I would say the three most important coaches in the conference all came from service schools, that being Navy, Army, the Marines. All of them came from those schools. The most influential coach, in my opinion, and probably most people's opinion, is Coach Mike Krzyzewski. He came to the league in 1982, and he came from Army. Like I was saying, he is the greatest coach in history over all levels, I believe and I feel. Some would say John Wooden, but I don't feel like John Wooden really influenced the game. He just monopolized on the situation that he had at UCLA. Another very, very influential person was a Jewish American athlete named Lenny Rosenbluth. He was from New York City, and he was what you would call a late bloomer. He did not find his footing in the game of basketball till he was a senior in high school, which did not afford him to have an abundance of scholarships. But somehow, Coach Everett Case, the founder and the most influential person in the conference as far as its spectacle, he was the person that implemented cutting down nets after games when you won a championship that everyone sees nowadays. He also was the first person to dim the lights before games. So he is probably the father of the ACC, I would say. But there have been a lot of other people throughout time, like Michael Jordan was a member of the conference as a player at North Carolina. He is very, very heavily entrenched in today's culture with sneakers and advertisement and different things. And when you see this logo, you know exactly what it means. No explanation needed. Another great person in the conference was Grant Hill, who is today the head of USA Basketball, but he was a star at Duke University, my favorite school, as you can see. He was a star at Duke University from 1990 to 1992, winning 2 national championships and 4 conference championships. Another very, very influential team or situation is the Duke Blue Devils. They're my favorite team, like I said. This is the 2016 team. They won the national championship and the conference championship. So throughout history, it has been a very, very influential conference. I have gotten information from a TV special called The Tournament. I got also information from a book called The Coaches, which is about the influential coaches in the early times of the conference. I also got information from Wikipedia, and I also got information from a book called The Conference, which is about the ACC. And also I got information from ESPN. It's a very, very important conference, so there's an abundance of information out there for people. You can look it up in different ways. You can go to different websites. Another website that I used was the University of Duke's website because that is my favorite team and I wanted to also focus on them. With that being said, I'm thankful for your time. Have a great day and I hope you learned something.